You know, it's crazy right now what's happening in the world, not just in South Africa, but around the world. But then you localize it when you look at what's happening in Gauteng with the COVID numbers spiking. As of this morning, almost 70,000 cases. You can see what it's starting to do to people. We are under this immense stress and pressure, and it's bringing out different things in different ways for different people. And I wanted to make this short video just because yesterday morning I put out this post on my Facebook page around dealing with grief and processing emotion, and it really hit the spot just on the basis of how many people shared it, how many people commented, and I wanted to kind of make a follow-up to that. And I'm standing in our space. Last night would have been our launch, but we had to cancel it, and we came off such a high on Saturday where we ran our happiness workshop, and exactly where I'm standing was a stage, and there were 50 people in the audience safely, but they were here. And then you think that you're gonna like move on to the next thing, being the launch. And we're kind of living in this world of uncertainty right now. And I know as a small business owner, what I'm seeing again is that we have to move quickly, adapt to uncertainty, become comfortable with the unknown, become very comfortable with change. It's just what's required. So last night there would have been a massive screen here. We would have had a big launch, and then it didn't happen. And it all happened like this. And then you realize you have to move mentally and emotionally very quickly. I have to move away from, we're gonna have a launch. You definitely want to take some time to process it, but then you want to get on. And so everything about our focus here at the Tryst, my personal focus is like, where to from here? And even for me, as someone who tries to practice this quite often, it's uncomfortable. The unknown, hell of an uncomfortable. Uncertainty, change, like moving on a dime, uncomfortable. But I'm seeing how important it is to practice it constantly. But then again, to yesterday's post, I really want to just like encourage you and be there for you in this way, because it's the only way I know how, which is, it's okay for you to feel like crap. It's okay for you to feel hurt, sad, disappointed, and everybody's going through something unique. Like in my case, it's a cancellation of a launch, but for someone else, it might literally be a family member that's dying. And these two are not the same, but they are felt somewhat evenly in the moment. And I think there's a space for not judging someone else's stress or grief. In fact, acting with kindness. And then I think there's a space for taking the time to process what you're feeling. Far too often we try to tell people like, it's okay, get on with it, be cool, everything's... No, take the time. But just know that however long you're taking to process, you have to pick it up from somewhere. So, you know, something that's been helping me so much lately is that when something bad happens, I literally sit in the fire with it. I process that emotion on the spot, and I don't try to rush the feeling of sadness away, or grief, or depression, or whatever. I sit in it. But then I make a call at some point that tomorrow morning, next week, I'm gonna get on with it. And allowing yourself both is quite powerful. I really wanted to encourage you. We're living in this time of uncertainty, of constant change, and the people who do the work will be the ones who make the most of this time. I don't have all the answers. I just know we're in this together. There's a beautiful saying that I heard, we're not all in the same boat, but we are all in the same storm. And I think that's true. And I think the only answer we can give to this entire situation is being more kind, being more loving, and certainly being more empathetic. And so I don't think anything I've told you today is anything new, but I know that it's a reminder to myself, and a reminder to you. Sometimes we just need to hear these things. So I know we're all going through a crazy time right now, but I'm with you, I get it. And we're gonna get out of this. That's what optimism is. It's about the idea that the present may not be great, but the future will be better than the present. And I just am optimistic. I think the worst of this is behind us to a degree, but that's just my vibe. Anyways, thanks for listening. I'll chat to you guys a little bit later.